On August 29, 2024, at 12:55 p.m., Arkansas State Police Corporal Arnold spotted a black Dodge Charger tailgating a semi on I-30 eastbound near mile marker 76. Corporal then catch up with lights and sirens activated and the driver pulled over. But just as the corporal approached the vehicle, the driver took off, kicking off a high-speed pursuit. As the chase progressed, the suspect hit 150 miles per hour. The trooper pushed 130 but still couldn't close the gap, but eventually the suspect slowed down, giving the trooper a chance to catch up.
Put your hands up! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
The suspect had no choice but to slow down. That's when Corporal Arnold made his move, sending the Charger straight into the ditch. Mr. Penny was taken into custody without further incident and transported to the Clark County Detention Center. One reckless decision, and now he's facing multiple charges. Now here's something different. This chase didn't happen in the US or Europe. We're in South Africa, where private security teams like SNIPR, Connect, and NOJAC take stolen vehicle recovery to the next level. On June 3, 2024, the SNIPR Connect team received intel about a white VW T-Cross that had just attempted to steal another car in Benoni. Thanks to a tip from the public, AWE Grayling spotted the suspects and without hesitation began chasing them.
Negative, they're running. Okay, Jets, they're running. Way in 12, breach, no, direction Elridge. Yeah, guys, come. They're gonna make their way this way. Yeah, positive, take note, they're chasing, they're driving like into oncoming traffic. I'm gonna lose these oaks, you guys need to push. Right towards RTT. Direction Empress.
You probably noticed the officer speaking English, and to clear up any confusion, English is one of South Africa's 11 official languages. Now, back to the chase. The suspects were clearly endangering everyone on the road, and unlike in the US, or guess where roads are wider and more forgiving, South African roads offer far less room for error. Still, the officer stayed locked in, carefully tracking the suspects while waiting for backup to close in.
Yeah, guys, straight over, direction Emperor, straight over, direction Emperors. We in front of Emperor's entrance now. Yeah, guys, they're running, they're running. Okay, they're going underneath the R21, underneath the R21.
Hey, we behind you again. Kan jullie iets bij wat stoppen? Kan jullie voorbij in terugkomen?
Ja, het is op die achterpad, Old Pretoria Road. By Griffiths nou, hulle gaan reguit, stop hulle!
The fact that this suspect was still driving with one tire missing is insane. South Africa doesn't just have wild chases, they redefine them, but it couldn't last forever. Moments later, his car gave up, surrounded by patrol units with nowhere left to run.
Yeah, we tried to box it in at Griffiths, he jumped the pavement.
At first glance, it looked like a cartel takedown. Men in plain clothes surrounding the suspects like professionals. But this wasn't a cartel. This was SniPR Connect and NoJack doing what they do best, hunting down vehicle thieves in South Africa. The chase was over, and the suspects were taken into custody. The Dodge Scat Pack was fast, stolen, and already known for running from police. On August 19, 2024, Deputy Bradford with the Clayton County Sheriff's Office spotted the black Scat Pack on Bethsaida Road. Before he could even turn around to confirm the fake Texas temp tag, the driver hit the gas and took off, initiating yet another wild pursuit.
Hey, he's coming out in 314. 314 heading towards 138.
Like going up there.
Alright, he's coming to you. Get ready. I'm catching up to him now. I'm right behind him. He's done ran from South Fulton multiple times. He's got a fake tag on the vehicle. It's like 34. Union City.
The suspect survived the pit, but not without damage. He lost a tire, and now with only 3 left, the real struggle began.
That's on 138. I'm sorry, 138 going to Wait, one up here. And again, he recovered. We're still going. Speed is 60, travel west, 138. Coming up close.
That pit brought the vehicle to a stop, but the suspect wasn't done. He jumped out and took off on foot, still refusing to surrender.
Black male treads. Stop!
I'm releasing the dog! Stop! Tase him! Tase him! Tase him! Tase him! White male, we got him. We got him. Right back!
The suspect, 20-year-old Marquez Milner, was taken into custody after a struggle in the undergrowth. A loaded Glock was found inside the vehicle along with a strong odor of marijuana. And after further inspection, deputies discovered the VIN had been altered. The Dodge was stolen out of Georgia Tech PD. On June 22, 2025, in Georgia, 2 Dodge Scat Pack Challengers were tearing up the streets, recklessly weaving through traffic and endangering lives. That joyride came to a halt when Trooper Matthews spotted them. As expected, they refused to stop. Both drivers hit the gas and the chase was on.
John Wesley Dobbs passing Ellis. Going to the interstate, going connector south. Coming up to 20. Making their way over to the right, might take 20.
To the right.
All right, yeah, they're trying to take I-20 together. Still coming up to I-20.
Coming up I-20.
Staying south on the connector, Stand by. All right, south of Fulton Street.
As a trooper, choosing which one to go after isn't easy. But alone in the pursuit, Trooper Matthews kept both suspects in sight, calling out their every move, holding the line until backup could catch up.
They're both still running together, coming up to 166.
We have running together, coming up on 166.
Might be passing 166 right now. Give me just a second. Yeah, passing 185.
Coming up 185.
All right, passing up 85, staying 75 south, Cleveland, 75 south, passing Cleveland. All right, one is exiting on Cleveland, one staying on the interstate. I'm taking the one on the interstate.
When the white Challenger took an exit, Trooper Matthews locked in on the black one. With only one suspect left in front of him, it was now easier to focus while other units moved in to handle the one that got away.
Coming up to Riverdale. Notify Clayton County, Atlanta. Notify Clayton County. We're exiting onto Riverdale. Exiting onto Riverdale.
Exit on Riverdale.
Southbound Riverdale. Oh, almost 1050. Still going.
Can I get there for 85?
Yes, but you're probably better off. I don't know, to be honest with you. We're passing up Clayton County units now. Passing Clayton County units now. Stand by.
Passing Clayton County units.
Pit. I'm trying to get him off the road. Get him disabled. Stand by. All right, stand by. Multiple pits and contacts.
The final scene looked like something straight out of a movie. After the trooper brought the black Challenger to a stop, the suspect stepped out at gunpoint and was taken into custody without further incident. No additional details have been released. On September 19, 2017, the Brown Deer Police Department found themselves in pursuit of a stolen vehicle. What's remarkable, the suspect had barely made it a few blocks. Moments after the car was taken, an officer spotted it, and without hesitation, the chase was on. The suspect swerved wildly across lanes, even crashing into other vehicles. Then, in true GTA fashion, he led the officer into a parking lot, turning the chase into a reckless game of cat and mouse.
Now we're going to be going northbound on 36th Street.
After leaving the parking lot, the suspect's driving became downright dangerous, blowing through intersections and showing no regard for anyone on the road. Strangely, the officer didn't press harder or attempt to stop him.
Westbound again on the road.
The suspect was probably thinking, "This ain't working out," and finally came to a stop. The Brown Deer officer moved in with weapons drawn and took him into custody. Unfortunately, there's no footage of the arrest or any follow-up details, but this suspect definitely didn't drive away from a long list of charges. When two muscle cars blow past a state trooper at 150 miles per hour, you're not watching a movie, you're watching reality in Arkansas. On September 20th, 2023, Trooper Lucas was westbound on I-440 when two cars came flying by, clearly racing. He activated his lights and siren, but the drivers had no intention of slowing down. One exited, but the white Dodge Challenger pushed ahead at 160 miles per hour, and that's when the real chase began. Once Trooper Lucas got close, he spotted the suspect's tire was completely deflated. Now all he needed was a stretch of open road.
Right now, you! Let me see your hands! Crawl towards me! Crawl towards me! towards me! Come towards me! Crawl across! Come here! Put your hands on the car right now. Put your hands on the car. Put your hands behind your back.
The driver, Dimitri Barton, and his passenger, Amparo Gomez, were detained at gunpoint. An ambulance was called for her due to shoulder pain, and both were taken into custody. What started as a reckless street race ended with handcuffs, a wrecked Challenger, and felony charges. The Jeep Grand Cherokee was designed for off-road adventures, not high-speed getaways through a 60-mile-per-hour construction zone. And on November 12, 2024, Arkansas State Police Trooper Austin Duncan initiated a high-speed pursuit in Benton, Arkansas. The driver, Bernard Williams III, ignored commands to stop and took off.
Let me know if you take that call, man.
The way the suspect took off even caught the trooper by surprise. But one thing was clear. If this didn't end soon, it could end in disaster. So the trooper kicked it into high gear and started applying pressure.
Roll over, please come to it,
The trooper executed a precise TVI, causing the Jeep to roll multiple times before crashing into a ditch. Bernard Williams jumped out and tried to run, but he didn't get far. Officers quickly caught up and took him into custody. Inside the vehicle, they found marijuana residue and a firearm. Now, Williams faces multiple felony charges. This pursuit was fast, violent, and dangerous. But thanks to the quick thinking of Arkansas State Police, it ended before anyone got seriously hurt. Florida's I-95 is no stranger to speeders, but when you're doing 140 with no license, marijuana in the car, and trying to flee through rush hour traffic, you're not just speeding, you're stacking charges fast. On June 3, 2024, a Florida trooper spotted a white sedan flying through the express lanes of I-95 at nearly 100 miles per hour. The driver, later identified as Damian Alexander Rivas, briefly pulled over, but the trooper saw it coming. Moments later, the suspect hit the gas and the pursuit was on. As the chase intensified, Damian used the shoulder to blow past heavy traffic and quickly took an exit. But the trooper was right on his tail, not giving an inch. The suspect plowed through trees and bushes as the troopers sent him off the road at high speed. He could have made a run for it, but before he had the chance, the troopers were already there. Damian Rivas was taken into custody and later transported to the Palm Beach County Jail. He was charged with fleeing and eluding, reckless driving, possession of marijuana, drug paraphernalia, and driving without a license. When you're clocked at 132 miles per hour in a car with a broken taillight, you're not just asking for attention, you're begging for it. On August 23, 2023, just after midnight, a Florida trooper spotted a blue Subaru swerving at high speed on I-75. With radar confirming 170 and signs of reckless behavior, the chase began.
Out of the car! Put your hands up!
Well, he was doing over 130 miles per hour for fun, but once the lights came on, he slowed down. Not exactly the smartest move if you're trying to flee, but the best option is always to pull over and take the ticket. Instead, this driver ended up with felony charges and a jail cell.